Sup all, JC3 here, the baller of YouTube, the general. Welcome to Topic Tackle. My take for today is on how there is now no definitive argument for Michael Jordan being better than LeBron James. This may come as a surprise to many of you because you know that I have always been pro-Jordan in this debate, but with what has recently transpired, I've finally taken that step back and looked at the bigger picture to come to this conclusion. Now, before you overreact, watch this video to see what my point really is. And remember to check out my past couple of videos on Donovan Mitchell, the next GOAT, and Drew Holiday. And make sure to leave a thumbs up on this video and your feedback in the comments down below, because when it comes to this topic, there will always be many opinions. First off, when we have the debate of greatest of all time, we don't even know what we're talking about. Most rings? Then it's Bill Russell. Best all-around player? Then it's LeBron James. Greatest mentality? Michael Jordan. So, what do we really have to answer to determine who the greatest of all time is? For the longest time, I considered Michael Jordan the greatest player who ever played. But after analyzing LeBron's career, it's hard to argue that he's not right there with Jordan. In saying this, I'm not calling LeBron better than MJ. What I'm saying is that MJ is no longer objectively better than LeBron. We could look at advanced analytics, but math is, well, math. So we'll keep it to basic stats and then defining career moments. So okay, where is LeBron right now? He's 11th in assists, Jordan is 44th. He's 59th in rebounds, Jordan is 126th. And he's 7th in scoring, Jordan is 4th. Out of the three major statistical categories, LeBron already has Jordan in 2 of them and could have him in all 3 in a couple of years. What about the playoffs? LeBron is 3rd in assists, Jordan is 10th. He's 7th in rebounds, Jordan is 36th. And he's 1st in scoring, Jordan is 2nd. We can make an excuse for Jordan that he didn't start playing in the NBA until age 21 as compared to LeBron's age 18, but how can we hold that against LeBron? Already LeBron has played in 71 more regular season games than Jordan and 49 more playoff games, and this is before he plays Boston in the 2018 Eastern Conference Finals. So by stats alone, LeBron is the GOAT, but we can't just look at stats because this is how stats can be skewed. A big knock on LeBron until recently was his lack of clutchness.
Down to 3 seconds, and Griffin picks it off to go.
You called it, Steve. They drew up a play.
And then this was puzzling. You think LeBron with 6 seconds to go.
These playoffs, he's hit 2 game-winning shots at the buzzer, making his all-time playoff total 5. Jordan's was 3. So does that make LeBron more clutch than Jordan? No. Jordan's iconic 1998 Game 6 jumper to win the game at the free throw line wasn't at the buzzer. Was it not clutch because it wasn't at the buzzer? Come on now. It's fair to say that LeBron and Jordan have hit their fair share of shots in clutch time to win their team games. Here's another important thing to consider. Context. Jordan played in an era where hand-checking was allowed, making the game more physical and harder for the offensive player to create space and score. The 3-ball wasn't emphasized in Jordan's era as it is now, which is obviously going to add to one's overall points scored. LeBron has had the opposite in both categories. LeBron, except for his 2007 finals run, has had to go through weaker Eastern Conference teams every year since 2011 as compared to Jordan. So in retrospect, Jordan had to endure 3 tougher rounds to make it to the finals and play opponents inferior to what LeBron has had to face in the finals. Because of this, we can't hold LeBron's finals record against him, and we can't say Jordan is better simply because he went 6-0 in the finals. Some other similarities between the two was that Jordan was, and LeBron is, a roadblock that some teams could never get past. Jordan repeatedly held the Knicks, Cavs, Heat, and Hawks from the finals, and repeatedly beat the Jazz, who were no scrubs, with Hall of Famers John Stockton and Karl Malone, in the finals. LeBron has repeatedly held the Celtics, Bulls, Pacers, and Raptors from the finals, and beat the greatest team ever in the regular season record-wise in that finals. Both players were surrounded with other stars during their championships, except a lot of people forget that Jordan didn't have Dennis Rodman until the back half of his 3 titles. LeBron has had 2 stars next to him in Miami and 2 stars next to him in Cleveland when he won. This is nothing to hold against either player. Alright, a superstar needs help to win. Just don't call D-Wade and Chris Bosh trash to try to aid LeBron's case, because they were not. I hate to hold shortcomings against these players, but in this debate, they must be brought up. Jordan's biggest failure was losing to young Shaq's Magic upon his return from baseball in the 1995 playoffs. He may have been rusty, but it did happen. With this being said, Jordan still averaged 31 points per game on 47.7% shooting while grabbing 6.5 rebounds and dropping 3.7 assists, so let's not act like he was horrible in that series. And notice how I don't consider Jordan's biggest failure to be losing to 5 Hall of Famers in the first round 2 years in a row in his 2nd and 3rd seasons. I don't have to mention that Larry Bird called him God disguised as MJ, or that he averaged 43.7 one year and 35.7 7 points per game the next year in the series? Oh, but I just did. Just look at Jordan's team, and you tell me if he should have won. If we give LeBron a pass in 2007 for losing to the Hall of Fame-filled Spurs in the finals because of his teammates, then we must do the same for Jordan. LeBron's biggest failure is a tarnish on his legacy, the 2011 finals against the Mavericks. With only 8 points in Game 4 and the lack of will he exerted and impact he had on that series, it was just a bad time for James. Stats are not needed here, we all know it was forgettable. To his credit, LeBron hasn't slipped into a funk like this again in the playoffs. At the end of the day, where does all this leave us? Well, with this as a possible answer, why can't we just have 2 GOATs? Jordan was the best player of his era, which was vastly different than this era where LeBron is the GOAT. Or this conclusion: at the height of his prime, Jordan was the best player to ever play. Because of LeBron's extended, never-ending prime, his NBA career has been the best ever. A couple of questions to answer at the end. If I had to pick one player to beat an alien team and save basketball on planet Earth, it's this LeBron right now. If I wanted someone in the clutch, it's still Jordan. More iconic brand? Jordan without question. Best all-around player? LeBron. Best of all time? Jordan and LeBron, both for different reasons. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Who would you pick as the GOAT? Jordan, LeBron, or both? Remember to subscribe, like, and leave your feedback in the comments down below, and we'll be back with more Topic Tackle soon. JC3, out!